thinking like, okay, what do I have to do to keep my core temperature up? What do I have to do to keep my circulation going?
New at 9, a miracle on the mountain. 3 snowmobilers stranded in the Idaho wilderness are pulled to safety after finding cell service. Tonight, hear their exclusive story of survival. Some would call it a rescue with divine intervention. Only On Your Side was there when 3 snowmobilers stranded in the Idaho wilderness were pulled to safety. Today, 2 of them, the men, returned to the spot where the life was nearly cut short. On Your Side's Chris Oswalt talked exclusively with the men.
Snowmobiling is a way of life for Sean Paul Thornton and his longtime friend Mike Rivers. So what happened 1 week ago Friday?
And my sled's stuck up there.
Certainly wasn't going to stop the lovers of outdoors from returning to the mountain that nearly cost them their lives less than a week later.
Really thought, you know, my life could be over here. Life is a short thing, man. It's a fleeting thing.
I've got a wife and 4 kids, and so of course the thought of, you know, like, what if I don't come home, you know, like it's a different mindset.
It was just after 5:30 on Friday the 8th when Thornton, Rivers, and a third man, Ryan Kahn, found themselves stranded near Moores Point Summit. Nearly 24 rescuers spent hours making their way to the men. Rivers and Kahn were the first to be rescued.
Honestly, my mind just kept going back to Sean, and what if Sean doesn't make it out? How am I going to, you know, I've known his family since I was a little kid. How am I going to go and, you know, have to call his dad and be like, you know, your son's not coming home today?
Thornton spent the frigid overnight hours fighting to stay alive, finally being rescued by a Black Hawk helicopter around 11 o'clock Saturday morning.
It's a little humbling to think that all these people kind of stopped their lives to come and make sure that I was safe, and to make sure that Mike and Ryan were safe.
Safe and sound, it wouldn't take long for the itch to hit the mountain to return. 6 days after being rescued, Thornton and Rivers revved the engine and headed back to the same spot that nearly cost them their lives.
I kind of liked a little bit of the danger side of life.
It was a trip full of gratitude.
I really appreciate all that all those guys did.
For 2 very lucky men.
It makes you feel in debt, that's for sure.
Who'd nearly lost it all.
Certainly I was, you know, flipping over on my knees saying prayers.
Doing what they love. Chris Oswalt, Idaho On Your Side.
We're happy to report all 3 of the men were okay. Thornton and Kahn were able to start a fire to alert rescuers to where they were, and by some divine intervention were able to get cell service on the mountain to call for help.